What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the lava tube. I like to call this my poor Very, because it's a poor man's Pro Very. It's $69.99 or about $100 with the kit. It's a nice inexpensive way to get sort of like a Pro Very PV without having to pay $200. It's got a nice LCD screen on it. It goes from 3 volts to 6 volts in 0.1 increments. Really, the only issues with it that I've seen and heard of is cosmetic issues. Like some people will say the 510 connections be crooked on it, dents in it. Like right here, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a little dent in it. And one thing that really is an eyesore to me on the LCD screen, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got glue that ran up under it, so you can't get it off, and it's under there. I mean, it's just an eyesore for me. I like my PVs to look perfect, but you get what you pay for. It's a nice mod though. It's got some nice weight to it. It's made out of metal. The end caps, however, are plastic. Yeah, another issue people talking about, the vent hole is not drilled all the way through on some of them. Mine just happens to be drilled through. It's got a couple nice features. If you hit the red power button for 3 seconds, it'll turn off, so you don't have to worry about it firing. Hold it down 3 more seconds, it'll turn back on. If you click it 7 times, it'll show you the voltage of your battery. Now this can be handy for knowing how much power you got left on your battery, because usually these batteries, they'll go dead around anywhere from 3.0 to 3.2 volts. It'll start blinking telling you need to recharge it. So I mean, if you hit it 7 times and you see that it says 4 volts, you know that you got a long while to vape. If you hit it 7 times and see that it says 3.2, that's going to let you know that you need to recharge it. It's getting ready to die. Another cool feature, if you hold both plus and negative voltage buttons down, it'll lock your voltage, so you don't have to worry about hitting the buttons and messing with your voltage. The fire button is nice. It's clicky, really clicky. It does have a little bit of play in it though. I don't know if you can hear it, but listen. I'll push the button down. If you let off of it just a little bit, it stops firing. It's got just a little bit of play in it, so you have to press it down, kind of hard, or it's not going to fire. Other than that, as I said, it's just cosmetic issues. The performance of this is great. I got a 3 ohm atomizer in here. I'm gonna put it on about 5.4 volts. Let's show you how it hits. Tons of vapor. Really not bad at all. It's on some variable voltage devices, you put it at like 7 volts and it'll feel like you're vaping about 4. That's not the case with this. This hits strong every time. Another cool thing about it, like if you put it on 6 volts, you can pretty much throw whatever you want on it. Dual coils, 1.5 ohm atomizer. It's going to lower the voltage for you, so it will limit it to about a little over 2.5 amps. So if you don't want to fool with your voltage, just put it at 6, and whatever you put on it, it's going to vape at the maximum possible. You're going to get the biggest hit you can. Unlike the Pro Very, if you put a dual coil on a Pro Very and put it on 6 volts, it's going to come up an error, and you'll have to do all that crap to reset it to get it back right. Not with this. You're going to get a vape off this every time, no matter what. It's not going to give you no errors, none of that crap. And for $69.99, it really can't be beat. It's I mean, I'll probably use this mod till it bites the dust. It's a nice mod. Feels good in the hand. It's just about the perfect size. It's got a nice 510 connection with a nice drip well. It's a little shallow. So once you notice liquid in your drip well, you need to go ahead and wipe it out, because you don't want it running down your buttons. Because this button is not sealed. You can tell that by putting your mouth on it and blowing. You can blow air through your PV through the hole. So if you get a lot of liquid down on this button, it's going to get in there and it's probably going to mess something up. I doubt these little butts are sealed also. But other than that, it's a good PV. I like it. I enjoy it. It hits like a champ, no matter what I throw on it. Well, let me back that up. It doesn't really do too well with dual cools. It seems to always limited at around 3.7 volts. You can't really get a super strong hit off a dual cool unless you got a high ohm rated dual cool. But most dual cools are 1.5 ohms, and you're not really going to be able to push it much over 4 volts. But other than that, like a 4 ohm, I mean, I got a 3 ohm Cisco atomizer in here, and I can put it all the way up to 6 volts, and it'll vape at 6 volts. See, I don't know if you can see it. 6 volts. That's very nice power running to it. It's just it's you know, when you put it on 6 volts, you're getting 6 volts. You're not getting underload. What it says on here is the voltage that you're vaping at. I did a couple of tests of a voltmeter, and it's pretty solid. I mean, unless you've got like a 1.5 addy on here, it'll limit it to, you know, if you got it on 6 volts, it'll probably drop it down to about 4 or so. It don't take it all the way to 3.7 like the site says. So it's gonna just give you the maximum vape that you can get, limiting it to about 2.5, a little bit over 2.5 amps. Yeah, one more thing. The batteries. Now these won't take protected batteries. The thing won't screw down enough, because when you put a protection circuit on the battery, it makes it just a little bit longer. They say that you can't use button tops, but as long as it's not protected, you can use a button top. It don't have to be a flat top. AWIMR, that's pretty much the only thing that you really want to use in it, because where this has a boost circuit, it's boosting this 3.7 volt battery up to 6 volts. So you don't really want something that can't handle a high drain. These AWIMRs are made just for really high drains. So that's pretty much the only battery I'd recommend you use is the AWIMR, or you know, another brand of IMR. But AW, they seem to be the best in the vaping world. As I said, I got this at Volcano, E-Cigs. You can get them from other places overseas like E-Cig Wizard. I'll give y'all a couple links. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching my review, and as always, vape on, people. Vape on.